Before the opening bell, U.S. indices they closed up on Friday, lifted by the media, retailing, and software and services sectors. While on the economic docket, retail sales they dropped 16.4% in April, marking a record low. Empire Manufacturing rising to negative 48.5 in May. Industrial production falling 11.2% in April, also a record low. Then we had the University of Michigan's consumer sentiment increasing to 73.7 for the May preliminary read. This as 55% of S&P 500 constituents traded higher Friday. Now, after the markets closed, Goldman Sachs in the headlines after Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway reported in a securities filing that it sold over 10 million shares in Goldman, a U.S. bank, trimming its stake to 1.9 million shares or less than 0.6%. Alphabet's Google could face antitrust suits by the U.S. Justice Department after nearly a year investigation. This reported by Dow Jones, citing those familiar with the matter, and Apple reopening about 100 stores worldwide. This, according to Bloomberg. Now, in terms of expectations today, there are no major earnings expected, so instead we go straight to the economic calendar today, and it begins right after the opening bell. We have the May NAHB Housing Market Index due out, and then a little afterwards we have the 3-month and 6-month bill auctions. Now, taking a look at the markets, the S&P 500 is where we begin. That sees further upside, and that's in focus as the relative strength index is bullish and calls for further advance. Long positions above 28.46 are favored with targets at 29.03 and 29.24 in extension. The Nasdaq is looking for 93.45. This while the Dow Jones intraday that sees 24,290 expected.